Ade Oladipo was just sat here saying, what was the word you said? You're fed up.
I'm tired of Slot.
Tired of Arne Slot.
Yeah, tired of him.
Why?
I just don't think he knows how to manage games anymore. You know, when he first came, obviously there's this heavy metal football that Klopp played, and he slowed it down a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. Let's slow it down because we don't have the players to continue playing that high press. He's almost slowed it down to a bore now. Like there's nothing in this Liverpool side. There's no fight. There's no bite. It lacks energy. I mean, our goal came from a set play. We offer nothing. We're 1-0 up with 7 minutes to go at Anfield against a team that doesn't beat us at Anfield. Everyone likes to talk about the City-Liverpool rivalry. They do us at the Etihad quite a lot. At Anfield, we've got a very good record against them. And we get a genius goal by Szoboszlai, and we can't even hang on for a draw.
What you just said is spot on. How is it not a draw at least?
Yeah.
Like a win out of 2 goals like that?
And that's
crazy.
They've chopped points away against United in the last minute as well.
And
It's not just when kind of they took the momentum there as well. Like it looked like,
dude, we've done it against Fulham. We've done it against Leeds. Like it is, you can name any of the teams in the Premier League. We continually do it. We just can't hang on to a lead. Just can't do it. It's a midfield that lacks something. It's almost a midfield that looks flimsy. Like McAllister looks flimsy, doesn't he? Wirtz in midfield is flimsy because he's not that type of midfield player. We don't have. This is going to sound crazy. We don't have a Casemiro type that someone's just going to put in a bit of a naughty challenge. We certainly don't have a Declan Rice or a Rodri. I was laughing at the start of the game, like Rodri's legs have gone. Played for 105 minutes. Dominated our midfield. Rodri, who has no kneecaps.
It's looking dross.
Jesus
You're in trouble.
Christ.
6 points behind Arsenal, must-win game. And the history matters in football. City have not won at Anfield with fans in the stadium for nearly 23 years. Quarter of a century. That is incredible.
saying it was Nicholas Anelka.
Nicholas Anelka. I was about 7 years old. I barely remember it. Nicholas Anelka. It is an unbelievable thing for Guardiola to do in his managerial career. It's his worst ever side to play against as a manager. Jurgen Klopp was part of that. And he's got a win at Anfield in a title race where Arsenal are dominating. 6 points, the title race is on. 100%.
I asked you earlier, Ade, do you think Slot would still be manager at the end of this season? Like, when the season's done and in the summer, will you change managers? I think you kind of on the fence a little bit at that point.
I said the big if is if we win something. Like if we win a Champions League or an FA Cup, then it's almost impossible to sack him because ultimately a manager's got to win trophies and he's doing that. If we don't, and I don't see how this side does, he's got to go. The worrying thing for Slot is that there's a guy called Xabi Alonso who has more connection with the club that's out of work right now.
More connection than someone who's won you a league title.
More connection in terms of, I think, you know what it is about Slot? The fans just don't gravitate to him. And it's hard because he's replacing Klopp, who used to come and do the fist
he's won
pumps.
a league title.
It is, but you don't spend this kind of money and drop off like this. I just don't think
But that's
people
what I was
accept
going to ask you. Do you think so? Obviously, Liverpool have a group of people that kind of make the transfer decisions on it. Michael Edwards is back at the club, and all those guys in the background. Were the signings directed by Arne Slot? Were they directed by him? If they weren't directed by Arne Slot, do they have to take the blame?
Good shout. That's good shout. I don't think there's a manager minus Pep now that actually signs players. I almost think it is a committee now because they almost predict. I don't think you look at the tenure of an average Premier League manager and it's probably 2.5 seasons. So you're not signing I don't think managers sign players. I think clubs do. So you're right. They have to take the blame. But look, when those players were signed, I was very excited. I don't think there's a Liverpool fan on the
fans
planet
get excited about
I thought, my God,
signings though, right?
No. But
I was
the quality,
excited about Alexis Sanchez.
No, but the quality of them. Yeah, the quality of them. I thought this is incredible. They just haven't landed. I said at the start of the season that there's too many. I look at the great Fergie sides, and every season there was 1 or 2 very good players that were added. He's tried to change 6. Left back, right back, free a midfielder, 2 forwards. It's almost impossible. I feel like he's gone too hard, too early.
So then do you have a little bit of sympathy for him in that he's got this whole new team, he's got, all these players coming in, and now he has to kind of like find a new way to win, having just won the league. Like he's kind of had to go back to square one, having just won the league with a team. Like, is there any sympathy for that on him, or do you see not enough change?
No, the only sympathy I do feel for him, obviously, is what happened at the start of the season with Diogo Jota, which is, again, how much quantity or stock can you put in? It's almost an impossible thing to discuss. But I don't have sympathy for him. He's in a high-pressure job. He gets paid a lot of money. He gets paid very, very well. That's one of the highest-paid managers in the league. It comes with the pressure. You're managing Liverpool. it's Liverpool's. I'm not joking. I have to be honest with you. I thought after winning last season and what we bought, I thought Liverpool could go and dominate for the next 3 or 4 years. I looked at Man City and I thought they've fallen off. United were in position United were in, and I wasn't convinced Arsenal could go on and do anything. I thought Arsenal would falter. So I looked at the Liverpool side and thinking they were going to dominate. We've gone from dominating to being on the same points as Brentford. To being dominated. And so the difference is just, it's enormous.
What has to be the aim for Arne Slot between now and the end of the season?
4th.
But you're 5 points off 4th.
That's not mad. Now, 5 points isn't mad because Liverpool could easily win their next couple of games, but it's maybe even 5th.
You're 4 points off 5th.
Yeah, but who's in 5th?
That gap's Chelsea. It's obviously not.
Chelsea, Rafinha.
4 games on the spin, no?
Yeah. My worry with United is that United obviously don't have no European football, so it is, kind of 1 game a week if you like. With Liverpool, we're trying to balance it. We don't have
another game for 2 weeks after.
There you go. Liverpool we just don't have the players. we have no right back. So we've lost Szoboszlai for 2 games. We don't know when Frimpong's going to be back. We don't know when Conor Bradley's going to be back. It looks like it could be Endo, which is crazy. Endo or Curtis Jones playing right back the next game.
Yeah,
we're all over the place. The balance in the squad is so bad. It's
well, you had. I've not seen it. I'm basing this on some of the comments that we had in the chat during the live stream, where you had Jamie Carragher on Sky complaining about the depth on the bench. And this is a team, now, both things can be true, but this is a team that spent so much money. And it's like we were pointing it out earlier when we were talking about Gahey. Do you think you spent that money in the wrong areas?
Yeah.
You didn't need Ekitike and Isak, did
No.
you?
And that will go down as one of the strange ones. That Ekitike and Isak thing is weird. It's almost like we did that to slight Newcastle. I don't understand it. Although when fit, I think they're both going to be incredible.
Yeah, but he's not the only player that didn't want to play for Newcastle, to be totally honest with you.
Liverpool lost 8 in the league.
Games.
It's crazy.
Bro, that's crazy.
Liverpool won
so Liverpool have lost, a third of their league games? Pretty much.
Bro, you're getting crazy, man.
It's great, mate. It's crazy. This is, and I know everyone says the thing about Slot or credit in the bank, you won the league. I get it, but this is a sackable offence, some of the games we're losing.
Yeah, facts.
Bournemouth, we could hang on. We could hang on. Bournemouth. Brentford are doing us. Can't beat Burnley.
But what can Arne Slot do if people are giving away silly penalties, silly free kicks, not playing up to that level? Like, is that Arne Slot's fault? Like, this isn't a young squad. A lot of these guys are seasoned professionals at the highest level making silly mistakes for a club like Liverpool.
It is silly mistakes, but when it's silly mistakes every single week, you must have to point back to the manager.
Yeah.
And it's constant. Like, again, we know watching a game. I mean, Miles was saying, it was 1-0 with 8 minutes ago. And I said, well, City can score 2 in a minute. I said it confidently as well. I didn't say it as like a throwaway statement. I said it again because I've watched them all season and they've done this. Like, I just expected it. Liverpool get so nervous, we go back another 10 metres or so, and it's just like waiting for it to happen now. You're literally waiting for it to happen. As opposed to under Klopp is attack. Like, go and get the winner. Under Slot is like defend. Just don't concede. The philosophy is all wrong. It's all wrong. It's pissing me off.
It's an older squad as well. I think that's another thing you have to look at. I think Van Dijk is a lot closer to being over the hill than we gave him credit for. He was brilliant last season, but Robertson's old and he's had to play a lot of football. Trent goes and suddenly Alisson's old, isn't he? He's getting injuries all the time. It's an old Liverpool squad as well, really. Like the back line looks old. Yeah,
it's an old squad, you're right. And the worst thing is if you are Van Dijk, and I stick up for Van Dijk a lot because I do think he's a fantastic defender, but ultimately he needs some consistency around him. At times this season he's had Mamadashvili behind him. He's had to deal with 4 right backs. He's had Konate, he's had to deal with Gomez. Gravenberch has been next to him. Left back's been between Robertson and Kirkes. What I'm trying to say is that he's not had a consistent... And if you are 34 and your legs are going, what you do need around you is consistency.
Yeah.
And he's literally turning around every week and it's a different player every week next to him. And when we talk about the best centre-backs in the league, ever, you talk about Rio, you always have to mention Vidic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When certain defenders, you always have to bring up their partner. He's had no consistent partner.
But who's protecting these guys?
Partner.
Like Vidic and Rio had Carrick and Scholes. Like these guys had Park Ji-sung was brilliant in midfield. Like Man United had a great midfield. Your midfield was really porous. The final 5 minutes soft.
I think one of you mentioned like Szoboszlai going right back's fantastic, but you lose him in midfield.
Yeah.
Like you lose that kind of battler in midfield.
You must be livid he's at right back. You must be livid.
What's going on?
And it won't be for the next 3 games because he got sent off.
I don't think it's a red card.
It is.
It is.
You know what I think it is? I question whether the referee needed to get involved.
That's what I mean. So if he's not getting involved, lead the goal
But
and
the
don't
reason
send
why
him
I
off.
think it's right
Yeah, a bit of common sense should
because-
prevail. Let the goal stand, and that's it.
They were
Everyone
both
moves
pulling
on.
each other.
The
Everyone
reason
moves
why,
on.
though, right? If Szoboszlai had to be sent off, it affects the race for Champions League football. It affects all those things.
Other teams
So, like,
complain, don't
you
they?
have to have that
Yeah,
red
other
card.
team- other teams
Red
say
card
stuff,
has
yeah.
to go through.
Unless you just keep the goals it is.
Now
make
all
it
of a sudden
3-1.
they ain't got a right back.
You're right, because if Szoboszlai plays the next game and scores a worldie,
Yeah.
they'll say once he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, he should have been
Yeah,
sent
shouldn't
off.
be playing, yeah.
At 1-0 to Liverpool, the title race is over. Right?
Yeah. Done.
Over. The only one that believed City could win at that point was Atletico.
How mad is that?
Because you were
I did. I said City would win at the start of the stream.
No, at that time,
1-0.
1-0.
At 1-0.
Yeah.
All of us
it
thought
looked, it looked over.
City didn't look like they didn't really have a punch in that second half. They were very passive. Liverpool dominated the game. How did you turn it around? Why did you turn it around? Do you regret some of the things you said about Haaland, etc.?
No, because Erling Haaland, when he delivers, none of you can chat to me because no one's ever scored 32 league goals in a single season before. No one's ever scored 50 goals in a calendar year and scored that many goals in a treble. Like, he's breaking records in English football. The amount of hat tricks, back-to-back hat tricks, it goes on and on. But when he doesn't deliver in terms of goals, the levels does drop off. And if City are drawing against Brighton, City are drawing against Sunderland, Chelsea in a title race, and he's on big money, he's a seasoned professional, he's been around the block, he's played 300, 400 games already, he's scored about 350 goals in his career, I'm allowed to say he's had a poor first half. He had a really poor first half. He's had a poor 12 weeks. But he's turned it around like great footballers do. Messi had certain performances where he had 85 minutes of a 90-minute game. He was poor. And he'd get a hat-trick out of nowhere. How's he got a goal and a brace? That is the sign. It could have been a second goal as
and
well.
assist.
A goal and assist. How's that happen out of nowhere? It is a sign of brilliance. He was poor in the first half. I stand by that. He was poor in the first half. That first chance, he should have
No, you
scored
were
in 30
right.
seconds.
No. I've not disagreed with you once on the criticism of him. But like we kind of, it was like, I've never heard Buvey speak about Haaland like this. And it was almost like, I'd never expect him to also be on the receiving end of it. Like,
It's
you
the
feel
worst
like he's
form he's had
bulletproof.
in a City shirt. It's the worst form he's ever had at the club for the last 12 weeks by far. He's not scoring. He's not getting assists. The club's struggling. Need wins. It's his worst form in 3
So the
years.
man to your right, Miles, he supports a team that have been almost bending over backwards to make excuses for why their big main name striker hasn't been scoring. You know what I mean? And it's like, so that's why it was weird for me, like for Haaland, someone who's done so much for you, it just felt a bit weird. But I get being frustrated at players sometimes.
But Mika Richards came out at the start of the game. He said, I would have dropped Haaland for this game and put in Marmoush. Wayne Rooney was benched at points. Thierry Henry was benched at, like, great footballers don't start every single game. I thought he should have been benched because he's been poor. Whether it's down to him carrying a knock, whether it's down to confidence, who knows? Footballers get dropped all the time in modern football, of course.
I think that showed you though, innit? Like, you can't, players like Erling Haaland and players of that ilk, if they're having a bad day, you can't take them off, bro.
No, yeah, it's probably a bit
they've got
naive.
that in
Yeah.
them. Do you
That's
know
why
what I
I'm
mean?
sat here and
Muscle memory.
Haaland's up there and Guardiola's a manager. I'm not a manager, of course, but I looked at it as a football fan. I thought his level's so poor. And if you chat to me about his last 3 years as a City player, winning a treble in his first campaign, he goes up against any of the greats in Premier League history. He goes up against any of the greats.
Who would you have started through the middle?
For me, it's
I'll tell you now,
Marmoush
if
and
you're Van
Reinders.
Dijk and you wake up and it's Marmoush, you're like,
Yeah.
all day long. If it's Van
Yeah, I
Dijk's
know,
Haaland,
yeah.
you're like, here we go, battle.
Yeah,
But Van Dijk had a battle with him.
But Haaland is a big asset that we don't talk about. I've been a bit critical of him, and maybe I should take it back. I apologise, Erling. I love you so much. Right? But honestly, there's also, like, we talk about Gyökeres struggling and all these guys, Moreno, Jesus for Arsenal. We're in a title race with Arsenal. He's a major asset that Arsenal do not have. If he does start to find his goal scoring boots, that's where 7, 8, 9 wins easy reel off. Easy. 100%.
Yeah, they can do it. They can do it.
There was a comment during the final result of that where they said, does this game say more about Liverpool than it does Manchester City? Miles, are you scared?
Nope.
Because you went very quiet once they
No,
scored the
just
winner.
listen to what Adi has to say about his team.
No, I mean, when they scored the winner, you looked scared.
No, I wasn't scared at all.
I mean, we got the footage.
Target! Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Have it! Have it now! Arsenal! Arsenal!
Mate.
Come
on!
gonna win this league, but
2-1! Fucking have it!
it's gonna be hard now.
Mate.
But we still win it though.
This is a big win.
Come on, the Arsenal!
This is a
Come on!
Nah, no, I'm not scared. Obviously, I just know that we're in a serious title race. We always was. But I know if they lost this today or they drop points today, it's more than likely over. I still believe that my team's going to win the league because I still think we've got a better squad than them, got a better defence, and I think we've got a better midfield. Yes, they've got Erling Haaland, but like I said, overall, We've got a striker that's coming into form now. He's not going to score as much goals as Haaland, but I think we've got a better overall attack. Everybody that chips in with more goals. So I'm not scared of Man City. You've never been scared of Man City for the past couple of years.
You got
At 1-0 to
I'm not scared of
Liverpool.
you at
You're
all.
not scared.
No, far from. Why should I be scared of this team?
It's not like a dramatic thing, but like you have to be incredibly wary. Like
No, I'm
Liverpool
not
fans are
incredibly
wary.
wary.
Chelsea fans are wary. Like
No,
you
come on. Miles, stop it. Stop the big man talk.
I'm
You
not-
have to be
no,
wary.
it's not big man talk.
You have to be wary.
No,
You
I
have to
respect.
be.
No, there's a difference.
This is a team that has
There's a
dominated the Premier League for the last 10 years,
That's
basically.
fine.
You're not
So
wary
this
of
is what- this is
Guardiola,
what they do.
Diaz,
It's not the same thing.
Stones.
Pep, you must be
Rodri.
worried. You must
At
be worried
1-0
of
to
Pep.
Liverpool, you were organising in your head like the outfit you were going to wear. at the parade.
No, I'm.
And then all of a sudden you go,
Nah.
Pennsylvania, baby. Pennsylvania.
It's not all that. It's just that I just know it's going to be an easier time of winning the league. That's all I know. I just still believe we're going to win the league. It's just going to, it's going to the wire at this present moment of time. City next week could draw. Arsenal win. We're back to square one.
True.
You lot have done this already. You lot always overshot it. It's a brilliant win for Man City. To go away to Liverpool, any team.
City play on Wednesday, you play on Thursday. So you could go into the game against Brentford away with Keith Andrews absolutely tearing it up. And they could be 3 points behind you.
Who have they got?
They've got, at home, they have got Fulham.
Yeah, they do.
It's not overshotting
you know
it
what I
because
mean?
City is
Mate.
6 points within
I'll
reach.
tell you
Crazy that, isn't it?
I'll tell
But
you
the
what,
pressure of them being
No, he's
3
gone from
points,
9 points to they're 3 points
to
behind you when you go to the pitch.
to 3, and then you've got to go Brentford.
And you lose in April.
Game week,
So that's 3
game
points
week
off.
17, Man City was 1 point ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal, you go and win. We win and win. Game week 18, they was ahead of us.
By the way,
Arsenal
we're going to be live for
We've done
Man
it.
City Fulham.
We've done it. Arsenal's done it.
By the way, they
Every time
beat
they ask-
Brentford.
Every time
So
they
is
ask
it-
questions of us to go and win after them,
Yeah, they beat Brentford
Brentford
easy.
have 7.
Question to them.
They beat Brentford easy. So it's like a non-argument. It's not like they got Chelsea away or Man United away.
No, you're right. They do beat Brentford, but as McKola said, that pressure of it being 3 points when, I guess,
Yeah.
72 hours earlier, it could have been 9.
But Ade, it was pressure when they was a point ahead of us and Arsenal needed to go to win and we won.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a different pressure. Start of the year to now the
That was in
business end.
December, bro.
No, but this, you know as well as I do, this is the difference. Now,
been a while.
moving into February, the business end is completely different.
Of course,
pressure.
yeah, of course. There's a
There's
different type
no
of
pressure in November, December. There's pressure in
You
February,
don't think
March.
the pressure's ranked right up now?
No,
It's gone up.
It's higher stakes. I don't think there's pressure. There's higher stakes.
There's
But that is
baby.
pressure.
pressure.
There's
The
pressure.
Champions League final is more pressure than the
You know
first
how I
round of
know
the
there's
Champions League.
pressure? You're saying there's no pressure, and the pressure's at your front door.
Do you know how I know? It's,
That's how I know you're under
but it's a
pressure
big win
right
for them
now.
because I can see the way how they just celebrated against.
Because, bro, that's what I mean. That's it.
No,
mean.
but they
You know,
know
like,
it's a.
I don't know
no, they
what the
know, but
Arsenal
they
plans
know
will
if
do
they lose
today.
today, if they draw today, they're out. They
Let's
know
say
this
Arsenal
is a serious.
were
thing.
having a warm down day at whatever your training ground's called, Colney or whatever. And then they go, shall we have a little watch of this game in the dining room or whatever?
Yeah,
They stick it on and that happened.
yeah,
Suddenly everyone's going home and they're not too chatty anymore.
yeah. But suddenly everybody says, you know, what, we're still 6 points
No,
ahead. and our
but
destiny's
you're
still in
right.
our
But
hands
it's
still,
gone from 9 to 8 to 6 in 12 minutes.
Yeah, but we were-
It literally, it's like literally,
Yeah,
And then
that's
in
cool.
2 days, it could be 3.
it's
No,
literally,
you're
it's
right.
changed, it's transformed.
You're right, but boys, a couple of days ago we lost to Man United, and Adam McKola said, "Miles, you wouldn't be here." It was 4 points. Today it could have been how many points is that?
They've shown a resilience.
But
they
Miles,
haven't
you should be
before.
15 points clear.
I should.
If you're a big boy team, you'd be 15 points
but
clear
yours-
right now.
if-
There shouldn't be a discussion.
If you was a bigger team that spent, if you was a bigger team that spent 500 million in a year, you should be flying. You just bought Guehi, the best centre back and the best left winger, and you're still 6
But
points
our net
behind me.
spend the last 5 years is less than you.
Yeah, but you're still 6 points behind me.
Let's
though,
not do
Buvey.
net spend chat, lads.
Why not?
Come on.
But you're
it's
still
relevant.
6 points behind
That's
me.
relevant.
I just know it's a race. I know it's a race. It's always
Yeah,
going to be a race. I just wait to just.
We should be
walk
talking
over
about the title race. You should be 20 points clear,
I-
15
but
points
I'm
In
clear.
my mind, though,
Yeah.
no Liverpool, no Arsenal fan
Who was a better?
envisaged City winning today.
No, of course not.
I know it's a crazy
Because
statement,
it's their ground.
but I don't know one.
Miles, you're in a title race.
But no Arsenal fan envisioned them dropping points to Brighton, though, did we?
Yeah, but Miles, you're in a title race.
Or them going 2-0 up and dropping
Miles.
points to Spurs, though, did we?
But you're in a title race against a side that have never won at Anfield in my lifetime with fans in the stadium. There's 2 wins in my lifetime there.
Yeah, but you-
that is historic.
Yeah, but you think-
See, you're changing the history books, literally, and
you know-
6 points behind you.
And you know what? Also be history that you beat the champions two games. You got 6
Yeah.
points off them and still not win the league. You'll make history there. I can tell. I'll come back to you at the end of the season and
I'm
tell
not
you
saying
that.
you shouldn't be confident. I'm not trying, but the amount of confidence, you should be very
I
nervous.
back my team. Why should I be nervous of you? I don't think
Because you're 6 points. You're only 6 points
No, but
ahead.
you don't have a good defense.
You only stop- you only
Mark,
think to be
Mark,
nervous
you
is
should be
points.
nervous because you've not won the league for over 20 years.
No, but I'm confident in my team.
That should have a sentiment, an
No, you
element
are.
of nerves.
You have a right
Bro,
to be
I'm not.
more
No,
confident.
I
You have a
know
right
what
to
they're
be.
capable of. I'm not.
You know
nervous
what?
at all.
I don't think you should be confident. This is the best Arsenal squad I've seen in I don't know how long, this is an awful Man City 11. I mean, Buvey would tell you, it's not a great, the worst Man City side I've seen under Pep. Worst Man City
It's
side
a
I've seen
young
under
side.
Pep.
It's a young side.
And yet you're 6 points behind the best Arsenal
Exactly,
side
exactly.
I've seen in years. That's why you should be a bit worried.
Why? Why should I? Because what's their key component over there?
City
Pep.
can improve, by the way.
No. Pep.
It's not a fixed quantity.
Pep.
It's Haaland.
It's
Miles,
no.
City will get
It's
better.
Pep Guardiola.
Fine.
It's Pep Guardiola. That's the
And we
main
know what
component.
and you're right.
And it might be Pep Guardiola.
And I
in his
know
last
what Pep
season.
Guardiola is capable of.
Yeah.
But I back my.
You know, all of a sudden, this
I'm not
league,
scared.
this
You don't win the League
this
Cup final,
Cup
you.
final means so much. I think now.
Do you see
This
any
League Cup final.
of yourself? I'm going to pause this before I finish the sentence. Do you see any of yourself? Pause. Any of
Liverpool.
yourself in Miles in the title race kind of situation? Because you've been with City.
Yeah, and that's
because
why-
I never experienced title race.
This
with
is
Pep
my
City.
this is what I'm trying to give him, like, you know, elder brother experience. I've been in this position with that Man City side, and
Single on Miles.
we had.
Didn't they?
Everyone talks about this Arsenal squad. Liverpool had a squad which was just full of killers, and we won every single game.
We've done that.
and we still couldn't get them.
And
We
I've
still
done it-
couldn't get them.
And I've done it as well.
No, not against this side.
No,
not against Pep.
You lost
But
three in a
when
row.
you-
Not against Pep.
I love how he goes we and he goes I've done it. Yeah, I've been there.
No, you went against killers.
Killers.
You went
But
against
they won
killers.
it. They actually got
Killers.
over the line.
No, I get
With
it.
99
No, but when they
points.
won the league, they already you ran away with it.
97 points and we didn't win it.
And they went with
97 points
No, I
and we
did.
didn't
I did.
win it.
I did.
I'm warning you.
No,
it ain't
I
going to
did.
be easy. Ain't
Pardon
going to
me.
be
I
easy.
know it's not going to be easy. I know it's not going to be easy. And you went against killers. They don't have killers.
What, Erling
That's my
Haaland?
point.
They've
Top
got
scorer in the
Pep.
league this
They
season.
don't
As
have
of yet.
killers.
What, top
As
scorer in
of
the league?
yet, Arsenal aren't killers.
You got your
We
careers.
don't need to
you need
be.
the
That's
title.
what I'm trying to say.
Why?
Because we're 6 points.
What, because you got
We
8
don't-
centre-backs on the pitch.
points ain't a lot,
Arsenal,
bruv.
Arsenal are
6
6
points ain't a lot, bruv.
above. I know it's not a lot.
Ain't a lot, bruh.
I know it's
Two
not a lot.
You don't win at the
games of
Etihad,
football.
so it's
Arsenal
free.
don't have
Two
killers.
games of
You don't win at
football.
the Etihad, so it's
I know
free.
Arsenal don't have.
Will you lose one game outside the Man City game? You get smashed at the Etihad.
But do you think
100%.
you can win all your games?
Yeah.
And so do I.
What's the
I don't
top-
think City can win all
Of course they're not. Look at the
Look, from
defense.
a almost neutral perspective, right?
Come on, man.
I think Arsenal have a little bit of something different about them this year where they recover well from defeat. But they obviously haven't had that feeling of City being relentless behind
We
them.
have this season. They've been
Not
behind
this
us.
season. You've had them
boys.
behind
It's
you.
not the same City side,
You guys
is
are
it?
forcing it.
The
Let me-
relentless side is what
let
Ade
me
talks
land.
about.
No, you're forcing it. I can't
What?
make you
No,
land.
no,
I'm
'cause let me
forcing
land.
it. I can't make. You
like
haven't
that.
had that Man City behind, bro. I keep telling you.
You're not
There's been
letting me land.
times when it's over to Arsenal now. You
What
guys
my
need
point
to win.
being was-
over to City. You need
my
to win.
point being was-
and they bottled it.
My point being was that City have always like dropped points just when you think there's a title race on. They drop points and they give you that extra. If City do string those wins together, you haven't had that this season.
And I agree with you, but what you're going off is past City. I
Yeah.
don't believe they're killers.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Different City side.
There's no
agree.
prime. There's
course
no
it is.
prime KDB.
I agree.
No, you're right.
They
You're right.
There's no.
They
There's no.
came to Anfield and won 2-1. That's
Yeah,
killers.
but respectfully, you're not in a good vein of form right now, are you?
Yeah, but the history books, it don't matter. They had Roy Hodgson.
No, I get it.
They had Roy Hodgson,
No, they
Rafa
can do that.
Benitez, Kenny Dalglish, about 90 years
Dalglish.
old. And City never won there in 20 years. Seriously, the record, they had Roy Hodgson with Charlie Adam in midfield. And City never won there. Like, Roy Hodgson was there, lad. So, honestly, it's
Who
a
do you
massive
think wins the
win.
league,
PSV
McKola?
have beaten this
Who do you
Liverpool
think wins the league?
Arsenal.
Okay.
Listen,
But
I think Arsenal as well, just for the
But-
record.
No,
I'm
but I
playing-
think we-
I
think
found a
Arsenal lead.
shift to the
It felt seismic.
It's a coin
today.
flip.
That was big.
It's now
That
a
was
coin
big.
flip.
That was big.
It's a coin
massive.
flip.
They've still got to go to the Etihad.
Miles, it's 50-50.
it's not 50.
It is. You had 95%, now you're down to
Don't know about
50-50.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
Either way, even if it's 50-50, I still believe we win the league. And I honestly believe that. I'm not even saying this out of fear of just
How
to say
big a
it.
factor in this league race is Gahey? Like, he's come in and, dude, he's just coming straight away and went
Yeah, but we
bang.
got two.
Gahey,
wait.
Diaz fit as well. That's a
We got
big
two.
one.
No, but I'm saying they didn't have Gahey. It's almost cheating what they've done. They had no
course.
Gahey. No centre backs are rubbish. They've got Gahey. It's almost it's almost cheating.
but it
Diaz,
just shows how good
Diaz
we
and
are.
Guardiola. They're not rubbish. Come on.
Huh?
Diaz and Guardiola.
Yeah, all right.
No, of course they've got Mark Guay. They've gone and signed. one of
Gahey's
the
better
best-
than Gabriel.
They've gone and signed one of the best centre backs in the league. We know that. But I've already got two of the best, if not the best, other than Van Dijk. I think I've got the other two best centre backs in the league.
Yeah.
My defense is impeccable.
Impeccable.
So
Impeccable.
can Arsenal drop points?
You got
Yes.
Declan Rice as well. In the
Can they
midfield.
lose games?
But why
Yes.
are we forgetting the big,
I know
the
they're
big,
losing
the
games.
big thing in the room, the elephant in the room? That Arsenal are the worst title challengers in the history of
No,
Premier
no,
League
no, no,
football.
no, we're not
They
gonna do
bottled it
this
3
now,
years in a row, Adam. No one's ever. Kevin Keegan blew up in the
You're talking
90s. That
about
was
past.
one
I thought you were
season.
about this season.
3 years in a row, Adam. That is that's going to hurt them. That's going to scar
Yeah,
them.
but also pain. But Adam, pain and heartache can drive you to win the league.
Yeah, it did for Klopp.
We didn't have to
It
the
did for
first
Klopp.
time, because the
Klopp
second one
had
you
the
did,
same
and the
issue.
third one.
And it can
3
happen
years in a row, you
before.
bottled
But I'm
it.
saying
3 years
you've
in a
got a
row.
lot of players in your team, like I mentioned 2 weeks ago, that there's a lot of players in that squad that hasn't won the league.
There's a lot of players in the squad that
Haaland,
won 4 in a
Haaland
row.
has.
Yeah, but there's but the
Rodri
players they
has,
still need to
Diaz,
do
Bernardo
it.
Silva,
Stones,
Foden,
Ake.
Diaz,
Yeah, but
there's a lot that
Stones,
hasn't.
Ake.
Bernardo.
Donnarumma's won how many titles? Like this is a lot of.
there's still a lot that
There's
hasn't.
so
You've got
many
0
more
players in your
medals.
side
If
that
you're
won a
doing the
title.
medal thing between
I'm
that
not talking
City
about
squad and
medals. I'm just
Arsenal
talking
squad,
about there's a lot of players that hasn't won that league. I'm not going against.
how many have won the league in Arsenal?
Yeah, but
Only Man City players. 4 Man City players.
But the teams I was going against previously, every single player had won the league.
But there's still about 9 in that squad that have
That's
won
the
it.
point I'm making. They haven't
9's a lot though.
Guys, make sure you subscribe to the club to watch the League Cup final, by the way. That'll be in a few
We'll
weeks.
be live on Wednesday as well. You know,
Who's
if
their
you,
next game? Who's their
you know,
next
if you
game?
like, you know, if you don't
Who's
win,
the next
Fulham.
game?
Fulham.
Okay, that's
you know, if you don't win the league this season,
Oh my god.
okay.
Oh my god.
You know,
I think
football's
we're
never
winning
seen
this
that.
season. I know
Football's
we're
never
winning.
seen 4 in a
I
row. Adam.
worry for you.
4 in a row
I'm not
bottle.
worried.
And
Why
Arsenal
away from
fans.
me? I'm
Like,
backing my
as a
team,
friend.
bro.
Yeah, as a friend.
As a
I
friend,
would
I'm
check
gonna
in on
be-
you.
Don't worry. I'm telling you from
I've
now.
got a
Your
nice
well-being,
little
I'm
flight
gonna
in
be
Nigeria.
concerned.
You're coming to me with Nigeria.
I'm
We're
being
going to see a
concerned.
couple of ladies. We have some fun.
I'm telling you from now.
You're going to need a lot of help, bro.
Don't
The
worry.
Samaritans are going to have to call extra people on shift.
I will be fine.
Like, we're going to need, the hotlines are going to need to be manned.
I need to back my team,
Like,
bro.
we're
Back-
gonna need
back
it.
your team. Back
Yeah,
your team.
but the
back
best
your team.
team.
No,
We're
no,
the
of
best team in the
course you
league.
are, Miles. And you deserve to be. You've been the best team in the country so far this season.
Facts.
But when that second goal goes in for Man City,
So
I think a couple of mans went, you
Squeaky
know what,
bum
lads, I'm
time,
going
baby.
on.
So,
Squeaky
Adam,
bum
we
time.
win, they win. We win, they win. What happens if they draw or they lost?
You'll draw. You'll draw. You got no goal
We
scorers.
can.
You'll
And-
draw.
No, I understand, Ade. We can still do that. We're still still in front.
And
They
you-
draw now, they lose.
Yeah,
How
but
many
you,
points is that?
you lose at the Etihad. We've all agreed. You lose at the Etihad,
I hold the
100%.
cards. I hold the
Is
cards.
that a given? Have you
Yeah,
been
yeah.
have you been imperious at the Etihad?
No, against Arsenal in a big moment,
That's in
they'll
April.
bottle it.
That's in
100%.
the end of April,
Oh, so you think it's done before then?
brother.
No
you think
way.
we're gonna get time? We're gonna get to
Done
April
before
we're talking to
April.
This guy.
Please.
The time I rock up to the Etihad, I'm gonna afford to lose 3 points. Have them.
Wow.
Oh,
Not a chance.
clip that, please.
Please
Clip
have
that.
it, please, bro.
Clip
They've
that.
been clipping me all season and I've been right. What are you talking about? Allow me, bro. Allow me. No, Adam. Big man
with
thing.
you.
Allow me, bro. Allow me.
We felt like
But
this
you're gonna
last
find
season.
out, though. You're gonna find out.
We felt like
You're
this
gonna
last
find
season.
out.
I'm with you, bro.
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. Don't worry.
But we
It's us.
felt like this last season.
You're
like
gonna
it was
find
done.
out. You're gonna find out.
I remember, yeah.
I told you this.
There was a
City team's
point in
not
the
good
season
enough.
where me and Rory were like, Arsenal are winning the league.
Not last
And they
season.
might win the Champions League.
Not last season.
And I
Season
feel
before
like
last.
Arsenal fans were the same. Maybe I'm wrong, where they were kind of like, nah, this is different. But then it comes back.
Okay,
bites you in your
cool.
butt.
All right. Well, those 2 seasons ago, in the last season, we never had the squad like we did. So this season, this squad is mad.